The EPCOT International Festival of the Arts 2026 is underway, and of course, here at WDWNT, we have tried everything the menus at the festival have to offer. So here are the 7 best and 7 worst items from this year's event. Of course, if you want to see reviews of every single new item, head on over to WDWNT POV, one of our new YouTube channels, and you can watch us try in real time all of it. But now, on to the countdown. Starting with the 7 worst items. Over at Opening Bites, there is the Enchanted Rose. It's a dark chocolate mousse rose for $6.49. This is a changed item. In past years, it had been milk chocolate. They said in the description it was dark chocolate. That being said, we had several reporters try this, and it tasted like milk chocolate still. Either way, it was served cold, as you would expect, but cold to the point at which it felt like it had been in the fridge for several days. It didn't just taste like a fresh dessert. It's not great. Over at Figment's Inspiration Station at the Odyssey, there is the Figment Fantasy Cake. It's sponge cake filled with strawberry whipped cream, top of the white chocolate ganache, orange icing, and white chocolate Figment wings. It's $5.79. Obviously, we love Figment here at WDWNT, which is why it was real hard to give this such a negative review, but it just wasn't great. The cake was definitely not fresh. The icing was good, but it couldn't save the just hard and again, what seemed like an older piece of cake. Takes a pretty picture, but it's just not fun to eat. At El Artista Hambriento, there's the Chili Relleno Taco, which is flour tortilla filled with seared beef tenderloin, poblano pepper, black beans, and salsa roja for $8.75. The pepper is the most flavorful part of this dish. Both the tortilla and the beef were chewy and not in a good way. It's almost as if we could not decipher between the two. Overall, for Mexico booth dishes, this was disappointing and not worth the cost. At L'Arte di Mangiare, which, by the way, is the infamous Italy booth, surprise, they're on the worst list, there is a polenta pasticciata, which is polenta, bolognese, parmesan, mozzarella, and tomato sauce. Is $8. This was incredibly hard to eat and to cut. The texture was awful. The polenta had an odd film on it and felt similar to a block, just a solid block of cheese. The sauce was the only saving quality because it wasn't terrible. It wasn't great sauce either. We gave this a 1, which is something we don't take lightly. From Goshiki in the Japan Pavilion, there's the sake flight, which was peach, mango, and strawberry flavored Nigori sake for $19.75. These cannot be purchased separately, and that's probably for the best. The peach was bitter and tart with a bad aftertaste. The mango was slightly better, but not by much. And the strawberry was the most drinkable, but still overall not great. All 3 are oddly thick and viscous. They were not good. At Vibrante and Vivido, there's a layered berry pina colada smoothie with rum, wild berry, pina colada, and strawberry. It's $14.75. This is the exact same drink as the non-alcoholic version, but with the rum. However, we could not taste the rum. Maybe they forgot to put it in. We don't really know, but it tasted watered down compared to the non-alcoholic version as well. So when you're spending an extra $10 to add the rum, you'd like to be able to taste it. It should also be as good, if not better, than the non-alcoholic version, and it was actually considerably worse. At Deco Delights, there's the Sparkling Spectacle Gâteau, which is vanilla bean mousse with a golden caramel center and apricot jam on a hazelnut cookie. This had the worst texture, perhaps, of any festival item I've ever had. It tasted like paper. We had to dig for the apricot. There wasn't a lot of it, but even when we mixed that into the flavor, it just did not work overall. Now on to the 7 best items. Surprisingly, at Connections Eatery, there is a classic mojito with mint foam for $16.50. The mint foam adds some great flavor, and the drink itself is strong enough that you can taste the liquor. And even if you don't typically like mojitos, we think you'll enjoy this refreshing take on the drink, certainly one we would have again. From the artist table in the American Adventure, there's the peppercorn crusted strip loin with grilled asparagus, potatoes au gratin, and butter. It's $9.29. The steak was perfectly cooked, the right amount of salt on it. The potatoes were fresh with a lot of flavor. Just a great dish. It's so rare to find beef like this at a festival booth, and they really nailed it. From the artist table as well as the dark chocolate torte, which is flourless chocolate cake, whipped cream, and raspberries for $6.49. The crunch is perfect and far surpasses many other similar cakes we've had in the past. It's warm and moist, and one of the best things we had all day at the festival. It almost hurt to give this a perfect rating because it does just come across as a molten chocolate lava cake of sorts, but the added crunch and just the quality of the item, we could not deny it of the perfect 7 ranking. Just steps away at the funnel cake kiosk, you'll find the wild berry funnel cake. It's funnel cake sandwich with vanilla ice cream and powdered sugar topped with brown sugar brandy wild berry compote, whipped cream, and dark chocolate sauce for $12.50. This was spectacular. The sweet berry mix is very pleasant and the funnel cake is cooked perfectly. We do wish there was a little more ice cream, but it really doesn't take away from the dish. Again, a perfect score, well deserved. At l'Art de la Cuisine Française, there is the Gâteau de Crabe, Bisque de Ormont, and Crème Citron et Aneth. And I will apologize for butchering French there, but in English, it's a crab cake with lobster bisque and a lemon dill sour cream for $11.95. The lemon dill sour cream is perfect on the back end. The crab cake and the lobster bisque are also delicious, offering a hearty and rich dish for the festival. From fictional victuals themed to Alice in Wonderland, there's the Upside Down Shake. It's yellow cake soft serve featuring Twinings English breakfast tea. It's a non-alcoholic beverage for $5.29. What was interesting or kind of crazy about this shake is it really does taste like straight up liquefied yellow cake. Yellow cake obviously is delicious, so what is not to love about this? Also a great presentation, perfect item. From Sunshine Seasons, the Architecture of Drip. It's blueberry flavored gelato topped with scoops of banana and berry whipped cream, a waffle cone, and sprinkles for $10.99. This is one of the best festival items we have ever had. The Land Pavilion's milkshakes the last several festivals have all been great, and presentation-wise, they have been among the prettiest counter service items ever served at a theme park. But for this one in particular, the blueberry flavored gelato is excellent and doesn't have an artificial taste to it. It tastes very real. The banana and berry whipped cream is also delicious. They taste just like the real items. Very authentic flavors throughout the entirety of this shake, which is abnormal for theme park, and that's why this is worth getting. Now, that does complete our 7 best items, but I do have an honorable mention that did get a perfect score that I wanted to talk about real quick. Also from Goshiki in the Japan Pavilion, only fair because we gave them one of the worst items of the event, there is the taiyaki. It's crisp, flaky, fish-shaped, chocolate-flavored pastry filled with custard and served with whipped topping for $7.75. Now, this is not traditional taiyaki in any way, and if you watch the full review, you'll hear Nana rant about that for several minutes. But nonetheless, once we dug into it, Nana and I both had a very hard time not giving this praise. The flaky chocolate pastry is nice. The sweetness of the cream was what you would expect. It was perfect. The whipped cream also worked well with the rest of the dish as you dip the flaky pastry into it. This is one of the best festival offerings of the year, even if it is somewhat disgraceful to the source item from the country of Japan. Either way, I think it's worth a try. So those are the 7 worst and the 7 best, so kind of 8 best items from the EPCOT International Festival of the Arts 2026. Did we miss any? Were there any that you thought were truly awful or truly fantastic? Let us know in the comments. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our WDWNT POV channel. That is where you'll find, again, that full review video, over an hour of us trying each and every dish that was new this year at the event. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you real soon.